good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this video. We're going to talk about now, we are on systems of linear equations or linear systems. And what that means is we're going to look at where do two lines cross and what is that meeting point. So this is a really important thing as you go along. You may not even think you're using systems, but you want to know when your profit meets your margins, meaning when will I start making money? Because when you start a business, you got to first start off by actually buying stuff. So when will it work out that you're going to make money first? So there's lots of different things that we could use this for, but today we're going to start with, I'm just going to show it all on Delta Math because it's really easy to do it on here with the graphic. But we literally want to see, if you see my pens, where two lines are going to cross each other. Sometimes they'll never cross, they're parallel. Okay, sometimes they cross all the time. They're the same line. They're on top of each other. We're just going to look where do they cross. So all of these are going to be in slope-intercept form. Okay, so when I look at them, they're all going to be there where we could find easily the slope in the y-intercept. So if I were to start with this, I could say, okay, the first one, jot down the slope is 1. This is a little delayed there. There we go. And the y-intercept is 7. So I would go to, undo the pen, see, nope, there we go, pointer's back. So 7 is the y-intercept. I go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. However you want to do it, there's your 2 points, but it gives you a line. This is way easier than how we used to do it, which was by hand. You had to graph it on a chart. So this goes way faster. So next up, we have, whoops, let me get back to the pen. We have a slope of negative 1/3 and a y-intercept of 3. So for this one, I would go down to 3, or down from where I was at 7. And then my slope is rise over run, down 1, right 1, 2, 3. So it does the work for you. And I can see right here, don't double click the line, it deletes it, where they intersect. So they intersect at x first, -3, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I'm going to put in for my solution, -3, 4. Okay, is that my answer? Yes, that's where those two are going to cross. Okay, get those out of there and erase a little. And you don't even have to write down the y-intercept and slope every time. Okay, but it shows you, yep, that's where they are going to cross. All right, just want to look at one, maybe two more here. So here we have, erasing those out of there. I'm not going to rewrite on there. But, all right, I am trying to find, the first one has same line actually, y equals x plus 7. So I have a y-intercept of 7. So I go up to 7. Should be your first point. Slope is nothing in front, but that means 1. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Okay. Second line has a y-intercept of -8. So I go down to -8, put a dot, and a slope of -2. So I'd go down to right 1. Or if you think like, oh my gosh, I'm out of room, you could do the opposite. -2 over 1 would be up to left 1, when only one part is negative. And then I'm literally looking, where do they cross? Oh, they cross at -5, and then the y is +2. So that's what I would put in there. Now, later on, what we're going to get to is we're going to get to ones where we find them algebraically. So there's ways to solve this as well, not just graph it by looking, or not just graph it and find where they cross. All right, so let's look at one more. So again, all of these will already be y equal. You don't even have to solve for it. So the first one, I have the slope, or the y-intercept is -3. And my slope is 4 over 5. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So you got to be really precise with your points, though. Same thing you would have had to do if you were graphing this by hand. And then next one, my y-intercept is -8. My slope is -1 over 5. So that means I go down 1, right 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm looking, where do they cross? Okay, so I'm at -5, -7. That's what I would type in. Make sure you're putting them in parentheses. It is a coordinate. So I'm at -5, -7. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. Okay. So you're graphing the lines. You're finding where they cross. We'll solve these in other ways later, algebraically, and really that's it. There's a couple ways of algebraically, but that's what we're gonna be doing with it. All right. See you guys later.